Hi, I'm Vasanthi Francis, Director of Tuhina. In this video, I'm going to share some useful technique about how to start a speech. Most of the time, public speaking students and some speakers, they feel it is really challenging for them to begin the speech. Here are some of the methods to begin with. Method 1. Define the title. This is one of the easiest method to follow. If you are a beginner in public speaking, this method is really useful. What to do about this? Choose a title and explain what is that title. That is very easy to do so. Sometimes even I have noticed the children use the dictionary definition to start their speech with, and it is completely okay. So this is a very first method and the easiest method to start the speech with. Asking questions. Asking questions to begin a speech is one of the most effective way to begin the speech. At the same time, it is a bit challenging too. How? Here is an example. When you begin a speech asking a question like, why do you hate online classes? At the moment when we ask a question like this, the audience will think of all the possible answers. How do they listen to the speaker? Rather than asking a question with why, change that a little bit. Do you like online classes? Or raise your hand if you hate online classes. That is much more attractive. So, avoid asking WH questions, but ask a question which gives you the answer yes or no. Quotes. Using a quote to begin a speech is another wonderful way to begin a speech with. How? Here are some examples. If your speech is about courage, choose this. Maya Angelou. Listen to this quote. If one has courage, nothing can dim the light which shines from within. Try this quote in your speech. Here's another example. If you are delivering a speech about money, I will choose this. Here is an example. So many people say, oh, I'm not interested in money, yet they all work at a job for 8 hours a day. If you are talking about life, how about this? Life is beautiful. Life is worth fighting for. It is not what happens to you. It is what you do with it. Try these types of quotes in your speech, and there's a lot. Only one thing I recommend you to consider. When you choose the topic, choose the right quote, which is able to reach the audience. Apart from that, using a quote is always a powerful way to begin the speech. Poems. Poems are effective to start the speech in certain events like academic events, professional events, and competition, especially public speaking competitions. Now, let's see some examples of how to use poems in the speech. Your speech is about the new you. Let's choose a poem written by Sarah Tesdale. The poem is, "The spring is fresh and fearless, and every leaf is new. The world is brimmed with moonlight, the lilac brimmed with dew. Here's the moving shadows. I catch my breath and sing. My heart is fresh and fearless and overbrimmed with spring. Sarah Desdale. Here I am, standing in front of you, a new me. If you start the speech for a contest, it definitely works well. Another example. In a school event, you're going to talk about homework, your favorite. The poet is Jane Yolen. She wrote the following. What is about homework that makes me pick up socks that stinks from days and days of wear, then clean the little box? What is about homework that makes me volunteer to take the garbage out before the bugs and flies appear? What is about homework that makes me wash my hair and take an hour combing out the snag and tangles there? What is about homework? I wish I know. 'Cause nights when I've got homework, I've got too much to do so. If you begin a speech with the students similar to you, definitely you will get attention from them. How about a different scenario? A professional event, all about life. You are going to deliver a speech in front of some professionals and you are a student. Let's say the example of your topic is the life in the desert. What poem should choose that? I chose one by Robert Louis Stevenson. You are a child from the desert and you begin the speech. The rain is raining all around. It falls on field and tree. It rains on the umbrella here and on the ships at sea. How about this? You are on a dream. It attracts audience. It led them to understand your feeling, your emotion. Here are some of the tips before choosing a poem for a speech. First, think about your audience. Who are they? What is their language level? Choose a poem to fit their language level. Second, your title, the poem, and the event must have a connection. Then it really works well. Third, the poem that you chose must not exceed more than 30 seconds. That is very important. If it really works, you can be a great speaker by using a poem. Songs. Singing a song is an interesting way of beginning a speech. Once, my student sang "Let It Go" to begin a speech. Audience loved it. There are many songs. Flip, flap, fly, I don't care if I die. Will you? If you begin a speech in front of an audience like this, with full of energy, definitely they'll love it. When you choose a song, make sure it is appropriate for the stage, for the age group, and for your title. And also, it is not necessary to come to the center of the stage when you sing a song. It will be good and perfect at the moment when you enter the stage, you begin to sing. And you do a lot of actions when you sing a song. That will entertain the audience the best. And this is one of the best way to give a speech on the stage. Statistics works well in certain types of speeches. Inflammatory speech and persuasive speeches. To persuade someone, It is good to give some numbers. People love to remember numbers, especially we're about to sell a product, we're delivering a persuasive speech. It is good to give them how many percentage, how many people are using it, what are the benefits in numbers. That attracts the audience and people remember that. And also when we deliver informative speeches like how many accidents are happening in Malaysia every day, give them the exact number. People love to hear that and they take that message home. That is the power of statistics. Personal experience. Personal experience is another powerful way to begin the speech. Some speeches like inspirational speech, motivational speech can work well with a personal experience. You must be genuine. And your story must not exceed more than 30 to 40 seconds. For example, I was driving back from Kuala Lumpur. I noticed a car accident. After staying there for more than 30 minutes in the traffic, I came near the car and looked into it, full of blood and dead bodies inside. That devastating moment came to my mind all the time whenever I passed that place. That taught me a lot. Life hacks. If we came home alive, be thankful to God. If you speak the truth like that with your personal experience in front of the audience, it touches each heart and it connects the audience. That is the reason why personal experience is very powerful to begin the speech with. People are willing to listen to speech for some reasons. One, they want to have some message. They want to have some changes in their life. Some other people, they just want to get entertained and want to laugh. The most powerful way of delivering a speech and to begin a speech with is telling a joke. Here is an example. God has planned and decided and created the world and the living thing, one by one, from the bacteria until the monkey. Then he ran out of idea. He thought for a long time and came up with a proper figure. And he informed my father that I'm coming. My father took me to the world. Here is Simba, the world board. But my friends at school called me Pumbaa. How is that? It will entertain everyone. There are something we must consider when we crack a joke. It is always very safe to crack a joke on yourself. Not on the judge, not on the audience. Sometimes people are very sensitive towards certain things in their life. For example, their personal life, religion, sex, and sometimes they're heroes and heroines of their personal life. So, be careful when you crack a joke. But if you master this skill, you are a champion. It needs some time, some practice, some proper planning. Your face, your position, your posture, your voice modulation, your attire, everything must be suitable for you to tell a joke. So consider all these points and have a joke in the beginning of the speech and entertain the audience. Stories. Telling a story to begin the speech is one of the powerful methods in public speaking. Storytelling is an art. Begin a speech with a story, it is really marvelous. There are certain points we really need to consider. As usual, the story should not exceed more than 40 seconds. When we create a story, we have to make it with simple sentences. And the audience should be able to visualize the story clearly. And immediately after the story, the speech must begin. For example, there were two cats. They have pancake. Both of them want it. They cannot get along with that idea. They decided to meet the monkey judge. After talking to the judge, what is left for them is nothing. That is the current situation for you and me when we go to the court. Law and order. Ladies and gentlemen, begin a speech this way. This is how a story is supposed to be. So, use simple sentence to make a story. Not more than 5 or 6 sentences. Using a story to begin the speech is one of the powerful way in public speaking. Try it. Using videos, photos and PowerPoint to begin the speech. It works really well with any type of speech. We can choose photos to show about any animal, birds, or as a brochures to begin the speech. It helps the audience to visualize our point of view, and also it supports our speech a lot. And it makes the speaker to feel ease even in the beginning of the speech. When choose a video to begin a speech, make sure it is short and sweet. That's the same thing goes with the photos. Make sure your photo can be seen by the audience very clearly. When we use the PowerPoint slides, make sure there isn't many words in one slide. It is good to use some flowers, any other colorful backgrounds and with the pictures in it. That will attract audience very quickly, and it is very easy for the audience to interpret that our way of message.